Hello everyone, Turiosaurus here. Hope you guys are doing pretty well. I was doing very well up until approximately 30 seconds ago. um so what you're watching right now on screen is not live. So I recorded approximately an hour, maybe a little bit more of gameplay for you guys and forgot to turn on my mic. It happens. I've done it before. It's not something that's great, but it does happen. So I'm just going to try and do a little bit of post commentary here for you guys. I may be cutting out a lot of what we did in the video. So what we did in the next upcoming videos, which is 2 episodes of Minecraft Survival, for those of you wondering. Yeah, 2 full episodes. The first one being 28 minutes long, had no audio recorded whatsoever. Sad, sad days, guys. Very sad. But that's life. So, in these episodes, I have begun cooking the rest of the glass for the greenhouses. I tell you that I have, in fact, gone into creative mode on the old mod review server, not server, map, and I have created a mock up for the greenhouse. So we do have a greenhouse ready to go, designed, everything. I'm actually pretty proud of it. It's the first building that I have designed for Minecraft, not only for this series, but really on my own at all. This is something that I came up with all in my own head. And it's not perfect. You guys might not like it at all. And if you don't, that's fine. Right here, I get really angry at the sheep for being on my crops. I go, ah! And, I I go in there, I get my stone hoe because we've got to fix this hole right here. And so we're going to run out here, we're going to fix the hole and pop down that pumpkin. We got our first pumpkin growing right there. That's great. Yep. But yeah, so we go out, we gather a couple materials to build the greenhouse. But what's the big key feature that we do is we set out on an adventure to find a village. And that's pretty much all I did for more than an hour because I actually ended up cutting footage in the second episode that did not have audio recorded. So, all in all, we were probably searching for the village for about an hour and a half. Ended up being about 5 minutes from our house. So, I did a huge circle, got super angry, super upset, finally found a village. It was right there. If I had cheated, I could have found it in like 5 minutes. No problem. No problem at all. I got a kitty crawling on my lap because I'm doing commentary, and so she must love on her father at this time. This is going to become a regular thing from what I can tell. Whatevers, whatevers. You'll do what you got to do. So yeah, right here I'm going to get all the supplies I think I'll need for the journey, and then yeah, no, we have yet to embark on our journey for the village. Right now, what I was saying is that we need supplies, right? I need armor because I'm a giant noob scrub cake, and we need iron and we need all sorts of stuff. And so I'm heading down into the mine with my 4 torches because that's how men do it. You don't get like a stack of torches. No, you get 4 torches. That's how you light up your whole cave. Now, we're going to get more torches a little bit later on, but for right now, this is what I had. Heading down into the mines, we're going to do some diggy digging. We're going to expand out this room ever so slightly so that it's larger, and then we're going to start digging some tunnels. I am checking. I'm checking the foot level because I want to find diamonds if at all possible. Highly unlikely since I am horrid at finding diamonds. You guys will find that out later on that I just do not find diamonds easily. But yeah, so we're going to dig this out. I dig it out 4, get some coal because, we need coal. And when we get diamonds, I'm probably going to build an enchantment table, which is why when we're in the village, later on you guys will see I collect all the books. Because I like me the books, I like to read the books, we're going to have some books. You hear? That's right, get some. But no, we're going to get all the books in the villages that we can. I hope to find another village because I still need carrots, though I did get potatoes. So that's good. We have taters currently. You guys aren't going to see that for a long time. Actually, you're probably not going to see that for, well, it'll be the day after tomorrow for this video. So in 2 days for this video is when you guys will see that we have carrots. So this post commentary thing, it sucks. If any of you guys decide to make a YouTube channel, which anyone is perfectly capable of doing, and I will definitely be checking out your guys' channels if you ask me to. I checked out one guy's channel who asked me to already, though I think that I forgot to message him back about the channel actually. He does a pretty good job. I think it's Jack WG was his name, something like that. But he does a pretty good job. Content is definitely more sporadic, as it tends to be with smaller channels. I've been noticing that a lot. I've been trying to find channels about the same size as mine to see what they're doing and all that, kind of figure out what's going on. And it seems like I'm trying to match the pace of the YouTubers that I watch, which is, iJevin, Clash JTM, the Yogscast, those guys. I'm trying to kind of match that pace because that's professional in my opinion. Most channels my size don't put out that much content. They'll be like, oh, it's once a week, twice a week, something like that, which is fine. If that's all the time you guys have, then that's perfect. If you're not used to running without sleep, such as myself, then you do what you got to do. Personally, I would rather put up tons of videos all the time and be tired all the time than, well, put up like 2 videos a week and never progress my channel at all. So that's my whole thing with that. But yeah, no, if you guys are going to start a channel, I definitely recommend that you remember to turn on your mic, or maybe make content that it doesn't matter if you do post commentary, such as game reviews, or maybe a strategy game. It's turn based, and so you can kind of go off of that and talk about what you were doing at the time, or even action games like AirMech. AirMech is a great example. I would never play AirMech and load it on the channel and talk at the same time I was doing it, because I would fail epically. I fail at AirMech as it is anyways. I'm terrible at that game. It's really fun. If you guys don't know what it is, you should check it out on Steam. It's free and it's amazing. And there's a lot of famous YouTubers who actually have items in the game, because if you get enough people to say, hey, I follow this guy, by doing a referral system, they'll actually add items to the game for you. Anyone can do it. I could get items in there. I'm not big enough to, so it's not going to happen. But you understand what I'm saying. So that's a great game. But because of how kind of intense and active and you're in the game all the time, I feel like my commentary would be extremely lacking at that point. And so we definitely don't do games like that on my channel, live commentary, because they'd be horrible. My commentary is not all that great to begin with, let alone if I'm sucked into a game. Like you guys might have noticed when I was doing combat before, I was doing Minecraft combat and I still forgot to talk. Can you imagine me in like a strategy real-time setting? I'd be this. Yeah, I'd be that guy. I'd be the quiet guy who says nothing through the whole video, and then he's like, well, I hope you enjoyed. You enjoyed, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Diamonds! Yeah, so I thought I would impersonate how excited I was to find these diamonds when I actually found them. I tried to keep it secret from you guys, so that so that you didn't realize how epic today's video actually is. But yes, guys, we found diamonds. We're gonna get an enchanting table, like I said earlier. That is my plan. Normally, I usually go for like a diamond pick first, or a diamond sword, something really useful. But I feel like perhaps to start with in this, because I always fail, and I'm gonna end up dying from the monsters anyways, then they can pick up my diamond sword and kill me with it. Maybe we should invest in something that will help me forever in the series. So we're gonna get an enchantment table. I'm gonna build an enchanting room so that I can enchant my items, and even if they're just iron, they're much better than my standard iron equipment would have been. This is going to be great. Even now, after having the fiasco of losing an hour's worth of audio, if not more, I am still super excited. Today's episode, and we'll just call it the next episode because I always forget. And 2 days from now's episode are great. They're great. We get so much progress done here today, guys. Off camera, I figured out how to do the greenhouses. That is a huge thing. That is going to be the first like build that we do. Franken Tower, I don't consider a build. Yes, I built it, and yes, it's a square tower that I came up with, but it didn't take any sort of thought to it, really. I mean, that's why it's called Franken Tower, because it's ugly. But, this is our first build, as in something we don't need to do. We're just doing it for fun and aesthetics. Franken Tower is not for aesthetics. That is one ugly tower. Ugly tower. But yeah, so Franken Tower is probably going to stay forever. I feel like the Franken Tower is going to be my iconic thing for the beginning of the series. We're going to build all this really awesome stuff around him, and we're going to have just this god-awfully ugly, nasty house that we live in. That's going to be us, right? We're going to be the guy who makes like $200,000 a year and lives in like a 400 square foot house. I want to be that guy. No, I don't want to be that guy. I want to live in a bigger house because my apartment right now is about that size and it makes me want to cry. No, it's not so bad. So right here, I'm digging around where the diamonds were because diamonds have this tendency of being like, oh, I'm over here, but I'm also over here. And so it's like one ore deposit as far as the game considers it, but it's split up by a couple blocks. And so you always want to dig around your diamonds to see if there's more diamonds. If you watch any other YouTubers than me, which I assume you do, that would be so cool if I had people who were like that devoted to me. They're like, you're the only YouTuber I watch. That would be amazing, but I don't expect that. I'm not that good. I mean, maybe I am that good. I don't think I'm that good though. I really don't. If you guys love me that much, then that is so cool. But I don't blame you if you only occasionally check in to see if I have anything cool up like Volts videos. Because let's face it, the Volts videos are kind of what got my channel out there. Actually, I rambled on about this at the end of the next episode for a long time. Probably a good 3 minutes of rambling Turiosaurus going on. And yeah, you guys missed it because I don't remember what I said. But basically, I just go off, right? I'm like, oh my god, the Votes videos. And I talk about how I have that one video. And that one stinking video has 3,000 views. I may go into rant mode right here, actually. It's not a rant. It's not a rant. I'm not upset at all, actually. I'm super happy. What's a good word for it? Ramble. I'm going to ramble on about it right now because I'm a rambling man. There's a country song like that. I'm a rambling man. Right. Anyways, this one Volts video, the first one I did, which was how to destroy the red matter anomalies after they're created, it had perfect timing to come out. This was shortly after the Yogscast guys made their video, which is what gave me the idea to make that video, so great timing. That worked in my favor very well. Apparently, I also got the tags just perfect. Because I always use plenty of tags in all my videos, and my videos do pretty darn well for a channel of my size, but nothing compares to that. Like I think my second highest video is another Volts tutorial, and that one's got like 180 views, but I've got a solid 3,000 plus views on my channel because that one first Volts video I did, which was like the fourth video I ever made, has more than 3,000 views on it. Like, I think today it's got something like 3,150. That's crazy. Like, what? What? A channel of my size shouldn't have a global view count, as in for the whole history of the channel, that's that high. But somehow I made this one video that got super popular, and that's why I'm doing so well right now. Like, in all honesty, like, I love you guys. You are all awesome people. But if it wasn't for that video, I would expect that not even half of you would have found my channel yet. Because that video is what put my channel up in popularity with people who have, 45, 50 videos out already. Now I have quite a few videos out because I'm uploading a buttload of content for a channel of my size. But when you all first started finding me, I had nothing. I had like 5 or 6 videos out, and now I have, I don't even know. I think I'm approaching 30 subscribers right now, which is incredible. It's awesome, awesome. I could not have. I'm rambling, but I could not be happier with how this channel is going. It is amazing. It gives me like seriously high hopes for where this channel is going to go someday. Um, I don't doubt that maybe in 2 years I might even have 1,000 subscribers, which would be amazing. I mean, it's very possible I'll have more. You never know. I might just hit this like click road where I find this style that is me, and I become this huge YouTube thing like double or something. Um, but the chances of it actually happening aren't all that high. But with what's going on now, I'm so happy, guys. And so thank you for sticking around to see how I develop into the YouTube person I'm going to be. Because, well, I hope that it's going to be pretty big. Like, I don't think I'll ever be able to have this be my career. That would be really cool, and I would love that. I would do that in a heartbeat. You don't even have to ask. Just send me the paperwork. I'll sign right now, and this will be my job forever because this is great. But it's probably not going to happen. The percentage of people that actually get to do YouTube advertising as a job is really low. It's really low, which is sad. By all means, if you guys are thinking about making a channel and that is your goal, that is your dream, feel free to do it. I mean, there are people who do, and they make a decent amount of money. Let's not joke about that at all. If you're ever really curious about just how much money they make, I'm not going to say it in this video because I did not learn this knowledge on my own. Someone else told me that who is a YouTuber. But if you want to know about how the monetizations work and how you get money through YouTube and all that, I highly recommend you go check out iJevin's channel. That's youtube.com/iJevin. Jevin is Jevin. I is just capital I. It's really simple to get to his channel. He's a pretty popular guy, but you want to check out his channel. And there's this series called like Let's Talk with iJevin or Let's Talk YouTube with iJevin, something like that. He talks about all that stuff. He talks about what he does in his videos, how long it takes. It's a lot more work than it looks like, guys. I upload pretty raw footage, and the amount of work I do for these 30-minute videos is still rather ridiculous. This video is going to take probably about a normal amount of time, if not less time, to edit actually, because since I'm doing post commentary on this, I'm probably not going to put much on-screen text into the video because I'm talking with you guys right now like this. But on a normal video, I'll record, right, and I'll put it into my my Windows Live Movie Maker because I use that right now. Hopefully that's going to change soon. I'm really hoping that with my tax rebate leftovers, I'm going to get probably a new keyboard so it's less noisy. I'm actually probably going to invest in a tabletop mouth with a microphone. A tabletop microphone, possibly like a snowball or something like that. And we're going to get a pop filter on that to reduce the outside noise, and video editing software. That's the big thing. Even if I don't get any of the other stuff, I'm probably going to get video editing software. I'm actually looking into figuring out which editing software Mr. 360 Games uses because he has fantastic videos. They are impeccable. They're really, really good. And so those are the ones, or that is the editor which I want to use because it's really, really good. It's a very powerful editor, and it is more than strong enough for YouTube. However, depending on what he uses, it could cost a couple $100, in which case I can't do that. And I'll probably go with one of the lesser versions of like the Sony Vegas video editors, which are very good, by the way, guys. Very, very good. So yeah, that's kind of my plans for the future as far as this goes. I was talking about YouTube, making channels. Let's talk with iJevin. Yes, that's what I was talking about. He talks about all that stuff, how you get money. He actually gives you a rough average for what the standard YouTuber makes per payment increment, which I'm not going to share with you guys because I want you to go check out his video if you want this information, because it's his information. I wouldn't have known any of it if it weren't for iJevin telling me. But yeah, with this little calculation, you can quite easily figure out a very rough estimate for how much a person makes per video. And with per video, you can give a rough estimate of what they get per week. And with per week, it's very easy per month and yada yada. But yeah, for the larger channels, if you guys do go check out that video, I would probably say they don't get paid as much as the rough estimate is that iJevin gives. Not because they're larger and therefore worth less, they're larger and therefore worth more, but because they get so many more people coming into their videos, they're going to get paid so much more. I feel like companies are probably going to pay them less. They might actually get paid more per payment increment because they're so large and because they're worth so much advertising money. But it wouldn't surprise me if they weren't, just due to the fact that they're going to get, the Yogscast, for instance, they have 4 million subscribers or 5 million subscribers to that one channel, something like that. They're incredibly huge. It's ridiculous how big they are, and they're not even the biggest channel on YouTube. So channels like that, you're almost guaranteed to have at least a million views per video. You're probably going to get more than that, let's face it, but a million views per video, and you get paid for quite a long period of time before you actually get your check. So they're going to output however many videos on that. They're going to get a million views on that. They get paid this amount per that. Those guys are pretty wealthy. There's no doubt in my mind whatsoever, and you can easily tell that by the fact that someone with that many subscribers is currently the owner of an enterprise, the Yogscast Enterprise or whatever they call it. They are a company apart from a channel because they made so much money on their channel that they were able to open up a company. And now they have Yogscast Studios, which is signed Area 11, a fantastic band, by the way. You guys should totally check them out. But yeah, and so right there you can tell that they make a lot of money because they opened up a studio company. They rent out studios, which cost hundreds of dollars per hour to record songs, and it's a risk because Area 11 might not have done well. Personally, I think their music is so good that they knew there was no risk involved. But you know how it is. There's always a risk when you make a song that it's going to be horrible. Um, None of their songs are horrible though. They're all really good if you're into that type of music, which I am. It's very nerdy. For those of you who are wondering, it's very, very nerdy music. In fact, every song on their album, All the Lights in the Sky, is inspired by an anime. You wouldn't know it by listening to the lyrics, at least not for the most part, unless you knew the animes. But yeah, they're all inspired by animes, and they sound really good. Like if they were on the radio, I'd be like, "Oh, who is that? I gotta figure it out." And then I'd look them up, fall in love with them, even if I hadn't known any of their history and stuff like that. But I've rambled on about YouTube for quite some time now. Let's get back to the video. So right now we're running around. I have been running for quite some time now, you guys probably noticed, if you're still with me. And if you're not, that's perfectly fine. I understand this video is very, very boring, and the fact that it's post-commentary is actually not as exciting because there's no reaction from me. Like I can try and fake the reactions, but I'm trying to be real with you guys. I'm not a great actor to begin with. Mostly because whenever I try and act, I tend to get this very sarcastic tone with me because I am being sarcastic. Whenever I'm acting, I'm not a good actor. I just kind of make fun of the fact that I'm acting. But yeah, so I've been running around for a long time. I'm searching the desert because I always find villages in deserts. That's what we're looking for right now. We're on our quest to find a village. It's going to be a long time before we find a village. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. feel free to skip ahead in the video. In fact, we don't even find a village in this video. So if you don't want to listen to me rambling on, your job is done. Okay, you don't have to listen unless you just want to listen to me talk, which is fine. I understand that for a lot of people, that's why you watch YouTubers. I primarily watch Clash JTM just to listen to how he talks because he's a funny guy. Um, his videos, as far as the game that he's playing or how well the game is developed at that point, is almost irrelevant to me, depending on the game. Now, obviously, I would prefer him to play certain games over other games, or I prefer a higher graphic game, I guess, because whenever I do occasionally glance at the screen, I like it to look, kind of nice, but it doesn't have to, because I listen to him for his dry humor and his hilarity, because he's a very, very funny guy. So I understand if you guys could care less what I'm playing and you're just here to listen to me talk. I just don't think that I'm all that entertaining of a talker. I tend to ramble quite a bit, as I am right now, because I'm that guy apparently today. I feel that the video prior to me having to do post commentary would have actually been better. But it's good enough, I suppose, Whatever. We do what we got to do to put out videos. I didn't want to come in and be like, "Hey, I lost my audio, so I went ahead and just cut out an hour and a half worth of work." Because at that point, with the amount of work that we got done and the fact that we got diamonds and all that, I would definitely say that it would be suspicious enough that I would assume cheating. Of course, I don't really care if my YouTubers cheat because once again, I'm one of those people that I was just talking about. I tend to listen more for the comedy and watch occasionally for the gameplay, but more often than not, it's just for the comedy of the YouTuber themselves. But yeah, so we're actually approaching the end of this video, which I'm sure you guys have noticed by now. We are closing in towards the end of our 28-minute session, and hopefully this post commentary was enough to sate your guys' desire for a full video. And I'm so sorry about that, guys. It's not the first time I've forgotten to turn on my mic. Actually, it's part of the issue is that it's such a tiny itty bitty little switch, and I always mess with the volume. So I always figure that I have it on, and I don't. And so from now on, actually, I think I'm just going to leave my mic on at all times. Hopefully that won't do any more wear and tear on the mic than it should. It is always possible that it will, but I can't keep doing this, guys. I lost an hour's worth of video today that I now have to talk over just because I forgot to flip this tiny little switch on the side of the cords. That's horrible. It's really sad. So we are now pretty much at the end of the video here. No village in sight, no village whatsoever. Turns out there's actually one right by the house. So we ran out all this way for nothing. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far. I hope that the fact that this is post commentary isn't ruining it too much for you guys. But we will be seeing you next time. So bye.